Yeah. 40-40 in this bitch. About to show y'all young niggas how to dig a ditch. Hey, it's 40-40 in this bitch. About to show y'all young niggas how to dig a ditch. I fucked this money up. Rents move up in this condo. Yeah, I ain't give a fuck. For 50, I left from John Doe. Gave it up like pronto. Treat this shit like no, cause niggas is bitches with dicks. Something like a dom hoe. Hustling out of Thule. Lil Wheat then a Tucci. Never been a moolie. Glock look like a Uzi. Coke look like a Lucy. Dro like it's from Thule. But fucking with the boss and get rolled on like a doobie. Yeah, now let me get it started. Wrist ostrich, now she want the suck dick option. Don't risk to rob 'em. The jigs up and your shit dropping. Not rocking. Took my niggas 30 shopping. And listen, no more Mr. Low Number. Lil Wheat the dro fronter. And then the body over the boat dumper. And after that I probably poke something. Then make her toast something. And then it's all up in her throat something. This loud pack shit be healed there. Cause catch me healed there. Making sales nearly everywhere. Cold stairs equal half flares. But most did not dead. Cause niggas know I kept the blacks there. Yeah.
Oh, Lil Wheat must have got me all the way. Together now. Hey, together now. Together now. All fucking cranking. Hey, say those sadness, Lil Wheat. You that nigga. So you know the things, so you know they love me. Always in the streets, so you know they love me. So you know they love me.
You know, niggas be mad at me, right? Cause I might be in the kitchen, 250, 500 grams, you know. And your bitch be there too. The illest in the kitchen, hell yeah, you know I mean. Standing over the stove with Dro, watch my shoulder lean. No hold disdain, just pats and beams. And a strong ass wrestler with Michael Jackson.
Watch my neck, try to burn his neck.
Yeah, man, boy, man, check his shirt, man. Turn him around, man. Turn him around, man. See what they did to my man family, Slim? Corpse and bones. Corpse and bones?
Endorse my stones. Moms ain't want me leaving home cause I enforced the throne. But like that city in Paris, I was forced to roam and stay away from hot niggas when enforcement shown. Cause if they point in my picture, dog, of course I'm gone. It's Mr. Cartel, Lil Wheat, yeah, the boss is known.
My man got money.
But you can toss the ball. This shit DC like.
You see, Lil, that's all the way right there. Hold that shit up. This shit don't mean nothing. My man got money.
Already know. If you say anything about that man in these streets, you make sure you say that man chased paper. He was a good nigga. Any nigga out this motherfucker right now. Any nigga out here right now. Any nigga out here right now to tell you if you ever came across Lil Wheat, he looked out for you. And it's a lot of niggas out here. You dig? So make sure y'all keep that man in y'all heart, man. You know what I'm saying? It's my family, right? It's my grandmother. Miss Christina, one is kid's mother. Antoinette somewhere over here. Juju, you see who he is. Thank everybody for coming out, man, and celebrating with us, man. Don't be mad, you know what I'm saying? We ain't mad there. We ain't mad there. That was Allah's decision. And I'm cool with it. I'm good with it. So all my brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, baby, stay strong.
Stay strong, man.
That's Mom Beach right there, y'all ain't this go right there. Cool little roof. I'm
want to thank everybody for coming. If you gave, I thank you. If you didn't, I still thank you.
Tomorrow, 411 Kennedy Street, Northwest. It's gonna be on Facebook. I'm gonna send out text. You know what I mean? So everybody come through, watch the candles. Thank everybody for coming. It won't be no go-go shows for my man, so don't look for nothing. He didn't go to the go-go like that. So we're gonna do something else. We probably gonna do a real nice cookout for everybody to come and eat. So yeah, man. So we gonna make this. We gonna get it, man.
So yeah, that's Lil Wheat. Tooley Park. This was my first murder that I worked on. I can remember getting the paperwork. I was still an intern. I went to the Baltimore Medical Examiner's office and picked him up because he died in Maryland. I knew it was a homicide. Young guy, 19 years old at the time. I can remember going to the old medical examiner's office in Baltimore when you can go upstairs before they built the new one. You can go upstairs, and I haven't seen that much death at one time in my life. It was crazy. I went up to the window and said, "I'm here to pick up someone with my little shirt and tie, slacks." Handed them the paperwork, and while I waited, I walked around the corner. Um, I had to see on each side of the hallway, no exaggeration, it had to be over 20 bodies, all homicides, black men. Every last one of them were black men. And that humbled me. All different types of murders. Because it was early in the morning. They do the autopsies and they slide them in the hallway. They have to do the whole state of Maryland. I'm gonna do a separate video about this, but let me talk about Lil Wheat. I picked him up. He was a small body. He's really thin, tall, thin. You see the videos. That's how he looked in person. He was shot multiple times. The way he was shot, I replayed it in my head. He was shot in the neck and took off running because the rest of the shots were in his back. And by the expression on his face, it's weird because the picture of his obituary was the look on his face when he died. His eyes were open and his mouth was open, like someone was talking to him, and his head was placed to the side, like he was dying in someone's arms. They were on their knees, and his head was propped on their legs, on their thighs, and they were talking to him. But he passed due to his gunshot wounds. His funeral, man, it had to be 200 people there. They couldn't even fit inside of the funeral home. They would view the body and stand outside. But let's go to his ghusl, the washing of his body. He was a Muslim brother, so the imam came and a few of his friends. We all washed his body. But before that, I put him on a table, eyes open, mouth closed. He had the ink on him from when they took the fingerprints on his hands. That was back then when they still used to do that, but now they just do the take the picture of your retina. They do the eye picture. or the retina, and that's how they identify you. But back then, all the homicides still had the black paint on their hands from when they took the fingerprints. Um, he was in bad shape, man. They done the autopsy. His head was sliced wide open, chest sliced wide open, and his body came in and he kind of smelled because they didn't have him under proper refrigeration. I put the eye caps in his eyes. The head mortician sewed up his mouth, and then we just proceeded to give him a pre-wash when we first get him in. Everyone gets a pre-wash to disinfect them and clean them before the family and friends come in to wash the body. And we had sewed up as we thought all the bullet holes, and as we washed them down, it was blood on the table still. So we turned him over and seen that he had 2 or 3 shots in his back, and we had to turn him on his stomach and sew those up. So he didn't get embalmed because he was a Muslim, and we just prepped him and wrapped him in the sheets, put him in a casket for the viewing. So this was my first time sewing up some bullet holes. But Paul walked me through it, showed me how to do it, and I did well. I sewed up um, the bullet holes, and we got him ready. His funeral, man, it was so many people there. He had two sons by 2 different women. Both of the sisters were nice looking sisters. Um, all his friends were there. Where they were drinking, smoking weed outside. Kennedy Street was at a standstill because there was so many people out there. And you can see his friends cry, yeah, we gonna get them niggas, we gonna get them. After they looked at his body, they broke down, we gonna get them niggas. And on the way to the cemetery, this was the first time. This is back in 2010. And before social media, this is when social media first kicked off. You had the guys all hanging out the window with the camera phones, doing the selfies, filming the procession, stuff like that. Then at the cemetery, like I said, it was everyone standing around, large group, hundreds of people. We put his body in the ground, and it's customary. Everyone throw 3 scoops of dirt in with their right hand. And let me go back to the prep room. I'll never forget this. The imam asked us before the family got there to wash his body. The imam asked us, did he die of natural causes? And the head mortician looked up at him and said no. And then the imam was like, damn, you know. But we had made a hiccup, ordered the wrong casket. So his family wasn't happy about that, but we fixed it. We ordered the right one that they wanted, and the owner apologized, and the service went on. Um, yeah, Lil Wheat, as you can see in the YouTube video, he was a young guy in the streets. He had Glocks with the sticks on him. Um, that ended up becoming his demise. I heard stories at the funeral about how he'll get busy. He he got busy and did some things, as you can see in the YouTube videos. You know, he showed you what he was, and he was a rob. He'll rob you, and he'll take you out. And I heard someone say that he had took out someone before. So, you know, who knows? It looked like someone came back at him. But that's the part of the story that I overheard. But rest in peace, Little Wheat. You definitely left before your time. 19 years young. Brother made a mistake and paid for it with his life. And the way that I was living at his age, I could have definitely been taken out under the same circumstances or similar circumstances. I definitely could have lost my life because when you're in those streets, what my grandmother always told me, you're not the biggest, baddest person out here. I don't care how many guns you have. My grandmother saw me leaving out. I had my gun. I was known to carry guns, just like Lil Wheat. And she said, "You're not the biggest, baddest person." I said, "Yes, I am. I got this ground." She said, "Everyone else out there has those too." And then as I got older and seeing things, and especially in this death business, I've seen a lot of killers on the ground dead because at some point, someone is gonna come at you and take you out. I don't care how many people you kill. I don't care what type of reputation you have of being a killer, robber. You're going to meet your day too. They're going to come and get you. You're not the baddest man on the mountain. Uh, I've seen this firsthand. I've seen guys on the ground bleeding, dead, after they done killed over 5 people. I always sit back and listen to the homicide detectives talk. So I'm going to do a story on that guy also. But someone is always better than you. Are gonna come take you out. I've seen giants get taken out by lesser men. That's what a gun will do. A gun will even the odds. So there was some people out here scared of Little Wheat, but someone's gonna come get you. His 2 sons, one they were kids then. I can remember giving one of his sons fives that his homeboys was holding. Um, yeah, it was sad, but that's life. This is life. Um, this was 2010. Now it's 2025. So this was 15 years ago. So his sons maybe be 17 and 16 because they were little kids then. They were babies. Little Wheat. Your sons grew up without you, man. I wish I could meet them and just have a conversation with them because they're older now. And this doesn't seem like it was 15 years ago. Doesn't seem like it was that long, but I was a intern. That was my first summer as an intern at the funeral home, and I will never forget you, Little Wheat. I'll never forget you, man, because you were my first homicide case, first of many. That summer alone, I've ended up doing dozens, but you were my first. I'll never forget you. I'll never forget the story. You still have the YouTube videos to document your your moments in your life when you were rapping and making your little videos. This was the beginning of YouTube. So I knew nothing about YouTube in 2010. But yeah, he was making his YouTube videos, documenting this will never go away. But it's been 15 years. Sometimes I think about what you will be right now. Because some people change. Some people grow and mature and evolve into something else. Some, not all, but some, just like I did. I was Lil Wheat, but I was fortunate enough to survive and make it out of the streets and make it out of prison. And went to school and became a mortician because that was always my dream. I was still going to University of District of Columbia, UDC, at the time, and interning at the funeral home. So rest in peace, Little Wheat. I'll never forget you, brother.